serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright of the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Sports Network broadcast crew are ready in the broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball is brought to you by Boone County Journal, Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant, Country with a Heart, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Salter Loan Service, LLC, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, The Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, Walk Off Wood Bat Company, and Ren's Automotive. The excitement is building in the stands, and the tension is rising in the dugout as first pitch is just around the corner. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Show Me Sports Network. Now let's go live to the field to the Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Blake Gazaway here with you as we're getting set for Renegades baseball here as the Renegades on the road in Iowa, taking on the Clarinda A's here tonight and tomorrow night, and Wednesday it'll be the Carroll Merchants that will be hosting the Renegades in this three-game Iowa road trip. Then Thursday they'll be back home, but they've got to handle business here tonight against the A's as the two teams matching up here. Renegades sitting at 10-12 overall for the A's. They sit at 12-6. As between those two records, that is the A's in second in the Mink League and the Renegades in fourth in the Mink League. As St. Joseph Mustangs, they still sit atop, sitting at a 15-3 record. Then the A's at a 12-6 mark. The Chillicothe Mudcats have climbed their way back from the bottom. They are in third with an 11-8 record. And then the Renegades at 10-12. The Carroll Merchants at 10-13. The Griffins at 7-14. And finally, the Bombers in last place with 6-15 mark on their season. Those are all Mink League games. There are other games that all the teams have been played, but those are the games that count in the Mink League and in the Mink League standings. We're going to take a look at the starting lineup. Starting lineups brought to you by Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazaway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazaway.
Taking a look at the starters.
Are you in the market to buy your first home? Maybe
Renegades, as starters will look like this. Batting leadoff will be designated hitter Maddox Meyer. In center field, batting second is Braden O'Neill. Batting third, the right fielder as Ethan Milius. The third baseman will be batting fourth. That's Alex DiGiacinto. Catching batting fifth is Jacob Hornschmeyer. The shortstop batting sixth is Jack Dunn. The left fielder batting seventh is A.J. Evans. Batting eighth at first base is Will Bachman. At second, batting ninth is Connor Fleeg. And pitching will be Jackson Fork to round out the starters for the Renegades. Again, Renegades sitting at 10-12 overall. As for the Clarinda A's, who sit at 12-6 overall, they will start in center field batting leadoff, and Tyler Macon. At second base, batting second is Micah Nicholson. At first base, batting third, Drake Cobb. And left field batting fourth is Kane Wilson. At third base, batting fifth is Cooper Knight. Right fielder batting sixth is Brady Dobson. Designated hitter batting seventh is Tavon Hamalar. The catcher batting eighth is Clayton Porcial. The shortstop batting ninth is Colin Linto. And pitching is Luke Spencer. As, again, they sit at 12-6 overall for the Ace. That will be a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant. We're going to go ahead and take a break as we're going to have the national anthem here shortly and be back for first pitch as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage. Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive. Always. Unless you get it checked with Salter Lawn Service. Don't worry about saving up for something new. Just let the experienced experts at Salter Lawn Service repair your small engines. With pickup and delivery available, saving you time and saving your wallet.
Hey, this is Stacy Salter with Salter Lawn Service. One call, we do it all. You can find us at salterlawnservice.com.
Riverville Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverville Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 8th grade. Riverville Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about Riverville Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
National anthem finished up. We're just about ready to play ball here at Everly Field in Clarinda, Iowa, as the A's hosting the Renegades. We're going to take a look at your first pitch. It's being brought to you by Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty.
Are you in the market to buy your first home? Maybe it's time to buy some acreage. How about invest in a new space for your growing business? No matter the need, your trusted partner in real estate is me, Izzy Smith of Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty. I believe real estate is more than just bricks and mortar. It's the cornerstone of our lives. It's where memories are made and dreams are realized. Choosing me as your realtor, you're getting a professional, dedicated advocate who will work tirelessly to make your real estate dreams a reality. Give me a call today at 573-876-2873 or visit izzysmithhomes.com. Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty, your hometown realtor working harder for you.
Just about time for first pitch. Is again first pitch brought to you by Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty. Is these two teams matching up for game 1 of 2. There's another game tomorrow night that they will be matching up. The Renegades could help their own cause here, climb the Mink League standings, and they kind of control their own destiny. Only one game scheduled tonight in the Mink League. Is this game right here? So no other games, not much to update you on the scoreboard. The Mink League scoreboard, that is getting the start here is right-handed hurler Luke Spencer. He is a junior at Angeleo State. As for the Renegades, they will lead things off with the designated hitter in Maddox Meyer, 6', 190-pound freshman at William Jewell. He is a St. Charles, Missouri native. So he will step in as we are just about ready to begin play. Spencer looking back in. He'll have the sign. We've seen him quite often this season against the Renegades. That pitch is low and inside. Ball one as we are underway. 82 degrees, but feels like 88 here at Clarinda, Iowa. As first pitch brought to you by Easy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty. 1-0 delivery. There's going to be a ball that's popped up. That'll get down into shallow center field. As two pitches in, Meyer has the first hit of the night. Now this will be center fielder and Braden O'Neill, 5'10", 185-pound sophomore at Columbia College. He is an Avos, Missouri native. So Renegades get on the scoreboard under the hits column first. So O'Neill will step in here. Spencer looking back in. He'll kind of peek over at first, deliver home. That pitch swung on and missed for strike one, as O'Neill will be down in the count and no balls, one strike. Spencer looks back in. A pitch. That one they'll appeal. They say he went around. So O'Neill will be down in the count at 0-2. So count sits, no balls, two strikes. Again, we play here in the top of the first inning. Glad you're tuned in to our broadcast here tonight. We're just underway. 0-2 delivery. That one called strike three, and O'Neill is out number one. So now this will be right fielder Ethan Milius stepping in. Milius, a 6'3", 180-pound freshman at Lindenwood. He is a Fulton, Missouri native. So he'll step in here with a runner at first base and one out on the board. First pitch to him is in there, strike one. So count sits, no balls, one strike. So we said 82 degrees, but feels around 88. Which is much cooler temperatures than we had a week ago. Next delivery, there's going to be a pitch sliced foul. That will get out of play over the first base dugout, so that makes the count 0-2. Spencer shakes off a couple signs. Now he'll have what he's looking for. He'll turn and throw to first. Meyer back safely. So count still sits at 0-2. Again, one out on the board. So we play here in the top of the first inning. 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss for out number two. So now this will be third baseman Alex DiGiacinto stepping in. DiGiacinto, 6', 190-pound freshman at Missouri S&T. He's a Richmond Hill, Ontario, Canada native. So he'll step in here with 2 outs and a runner at first. Right-handed batter for the Renegades. Runner's going to break for second. That pitch in there, strike. Number one, the throw offline, as Meyer is going to break for third now, as the throw is not going to be there in time. He took an opportunity, ends up at third base, as that throw was to the third base side of the bag, ends up in shallow left field, and he ends up getting to third. So he's got a stolen base. Ends up on the throwing error. So count sits 0-1 to DiGiacinto. And runner at third in scoring position, that's Meyer. 0-1 delivery, that one is a little low and outside, so count evens at 1-1. Renegades trying to get on the scoreboard here first against the ace of Clarinda. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. Next delivery. That one in there for strike 2. So DiGiacinto's now has got to protect the plate with a 1-2 count. If he can put something down in that outfield grass. That would give the Renegades the lead here. So count sits 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch, that one's going to be sliced foul into the net, so we'll stay at a 1-2 count as he battles, fights that one off. Renegades looking to make it 3 in a row in Mink League action. They had the day off yesterday. So count sits 1-2. Next delivery from Spencer. That one a little too far inside, so now we go 2 balls, 2 strikes. So count even 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner. At third, that's Meyer. He had a single, stole second, took third on the same steal with throwing error. That one is low. That'll get past the catcher, and Meyer will come home and score as the Renegades lead by a 1-0 score. The Renegades able to get on the board first. So we're full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Meyer works himself around the base path. He had the single, the steal, reached third on the throwing error, and then came home on the wild pitch. Payoff pitch headed home. There's going to be a hard hit ball. Third baseman will glove. That is Knight. He will throw to first to Cobb for out number 3. But the Renegades able to punch in that first run beforehand in the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error. Nobody left on the base path. As we will go to the bottom of the first inning, Renegades leading by a 1-0 score. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage, Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
We go here to the bottom of the first inning. This will be Jackson Fork, 6', 205-pound junior right-handed hurler from Columbia College. He is Columbia, Missouri native. He'll get the start for the Renegades here tonight. He will try to get some solid innings in here. As leading things off, this will be center fielder and Tyler Macon. Macon, a University of Missouri product. Macon steps in here. Fork looking in. First pitch. That one is in the dirt, ball 1, so count sits 1 ball, no strikes. So count sitting 1-0. Next delivery. That one in there, strike 1 on the outside part of the zone. So count even at 1-1. 1-1 offering. That one a little bit too far inside, just floated in there. So count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. In bottom of the first, we played Renegades leading by a 1-0 score here. Forks 2-1 delivery. That one bounces across home plate, gets by Hornschmeyer, so now it's a 3-1 count. So count sits 3 balls and 1 strike. Next delivery, there's going to be a ball slice foul and out of play. That one on the first base side. The kiddos chase after that one. It ends up on the other field, so now they got to run all the way down to the gate to go get that ball. Another kid coming in from third base. He makes the steal on the baseball. That was an entertaining foul ball race. That one in there, ball 4. So that one is a leadoff walk as that kiddo came out of nowhere and dives in there to get that foul ball on the other field. So now this is the second baseman, Micah Nicholson, stepping in. Nicholson, a St. Mary's product. He's a freshman there. So Fork has one on and nobody out as he looks in. He'll deliver. Nicholson shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. So count sits 1 ball, no strikes. He'll show bunt again, pull it back for strike 1. So now he's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And Fork on the bump. Hornschmeyer behind home plate. Bachman at first, Fleeg at second. DiGiacinto's at third. Dunn at short. They'll throw back, runner back safely at first. Then Evans in left field, O'Neill in center field, and Milius in right field for the Renegades. And next pitch, there's going to be a bouncing ball as that will get through into left field as it'll be runners on the corners as coming in to cover second there was Dunn. Nicholson does a piece of hitting there as it'll be runners at first and third. Runner took off for second. So now to be first and third, this will be first baseman Drake Cobb stepping in. Cobb, a Palomar Community College sophomore. Runner's going to take second. That pitch is in there, strike 1. They throw down to second. Now they throw home. It's offline. It's a tie ball game at 1 apiece, and the runner stands at second. So coming in is Macon. He scores from third. So he scores on the throw to second. Nicholson ends up at second base. So it's tied at 1 apiece. There's going to be a ball sliced foul, so that will make Cobb down to the count at 0-2. Again, that one ends up over on the other field again, so the same youngster out there chasing that one down. Doesn't quite have the same need for speed to get that because nobody coming in off screen. That pitch, that one low, that gets past Hornschmeyer, so now Nicholson will advance to third. So count sits 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fork looking in. Next delivery. That one a little low. Cobb lays off of that. So count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So count sits 2-2. There's going to be a pitch. That one is in the dirt, and runner's going to come home and score as that will take the count full, and Nicholson will come home and score on the pitch in the dirt. So now it is a 2-1 lead in favor of the A's. So just like the Renegades, the A's able to work themselves around the base path. That's what Meyer did for the Renegades. He worked himself around and scored. So payoff pitch, headed home. There's going to be a pitch sliced foul. So we'll still stay. At a full count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Next offering, there's going to be another pitch sliced foul. That one down the first baseline. Do y'all still have the same foul ball deal where they get anything at the concession stand? That's a pretty good deal here. Get a foul ball, get anything on the menu. So count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Forks, payoff pitch. There's going to be a ball lifted into right field. Coming over is Milius. He will have a long run. It'll not be there in time as he will cut it off at the warning track. As standing at second base will be Cobb after an 8-pitch at bat. It results in a double. So now this will be left fielder Kane Wilson. So Wilson steps in, an Iowa Western Community College freshman. So he steps in with a runner on second base. Still nobody out here as we play in the bottom of the first. A's have the 2-1 lead. Fork, deep breath. He'll deliver home. That pitch misses, ball 1. So count sits, 1 ball, no strikes. So count sits 1-0. Fork looking back in. He'll deliver home once again. There's a swing and a miss. So now we're even a 1 ball, 1 strike. So Fork bends at the waist, dangles that right arm, looks in, gets the sign from Hornsmeyer. And runner at second base with nobody out here. Next offering. That one in there for strike 1. Just caught the top part of the zone. So count sits at 1-2. One-two pitch. That one is low. Now we're even at 2-2. And the A's celebrating 70 years of summer collegiate baseball here in Clarinda. Have a nice 70-year logo. It's got everything you would expect for Iowa baseball. There's going to be another pitch fouled out of play. So count stays 2-2. This is starting to be an expensive inning for the concession stand. So Fork looking back in. Next pitch headed home. That one a little bit low. Now we're full at 3-2. Say it's an expensive inning, but I also know how much baseballs cost, so it's important they get returned because they are an expense for a summer baseball team that adds up quickly. So we're full. Payoff pitch. There's going to be a ball lifted to left field. That will get down as Evans will cut it off. It'll be an RBI double, as that will give a 3-1 lead in favor of the A's as Wilson trades places with Cobb as Cobb comes in and scores. So Cobb comes in and scores. So he scores from second base. As again, it's a 3-1 lead. As the A's leading the Renegades right now 3-1. 3 runs on 1 hit. 3 runs on 3 hits for the A's. 1 run on 1 hit for the Renegades as head coach for the Renegades, Mike D'Amelia, goes out to have a conversation, try to settle down his starting pitcher, and Jackson Fork has seen 4 batters. All 4 have reached base. 3 of them have scored. Conversation still happening again. Not much to look at on the Mink League scoreboard as the only game here happening in the Mink is the Clarinda A's and the Jefferson City Renegades. So it's a 3-1 score. That's all that's happening here tonight. So now this will be third baseman Cooper Knight stepping in. Knight, Angeleo State freshman. So he steps in with a runner at second and no outs here on the board. He'll show bunt. He'll pull it back for ball one. So count sits 1 ball, no strikes. Fork looking back in. There is some action down in the bullpen for the Renegades. That one misses ball 2. Just some stretching happening down there, so possibly not anything out of the usual Marcus stuff. It's just hard to see the bullpen when play at home at historic Ernie Vivian Field. 2-0 delivery. There's going to be a bouncing ball. Fleeg will glove. He will throw to Bachman at first to get 1 out on the board. As Knight is retired, 4-3. So Wilson does go to third. That'll be right fielder Brady Dobson. Dobson steps in. He is a Cal State at Fullerton freshman. So he steps in here with a runner at third and 1 out on the board. First pitch. That one misses ball 1, so count sits 1-0. One ball, no strike count. Forks, next delivery. That one in there, strike 1, so now we're even at 1-1. So count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Fork looking in. That one is low. Hornsmeyer being a wall, keeping that in front of him. Next offering. That one in there, strike 2, so now we're even at 2-2. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fork delivers home. That one swung on and missed for out number 2. So the conversation that head coach Mike D'Amelia had seems to be effective as the next 2 batters have been retired in order. Now this is designated hitter in Tavon Homelar. Homelar, a Southeastern Community College freshman. So he steps in here. First offering from Fork. That one a little high, ball 1. And there's continued movement down to the bullpen for the Renegades. 1-0 offering. That one in there, strike 1. So count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Homelar stepping back in. Fork nods with the sign. 1-1 delivery. Swinging and a miss. For strike number 2. So count sits at 1-2. Fork looking to get out of this inning without any more damage done as 3 runs have been plated by the A's. 1-2 offering. Headed home. That one is low. Hornsmeyer keeps that in front of him. Runner at third base, that is Wilson, bluffing like he's going to try to come home. Takes some big steps, puts the brakes on. So count even at 2-2. Forks, next pitch. That one is sliced foul into the net, so we will do the 2-2 pitch once again. Fork shakes the head no with that one. Now he's got the sign he's looking for. There's going to be a pitch popped up. Fleeg coming in on it. He will call off. He will make the grab for out number 3. Well, in the inning, 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors. They leave 1 on the base path. The A's leading the Renegades 3-1. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
Are you in the market to buy your first home? Maybe it's time to buy some acreage. How about invest in a new space for your growing business? No matter the need, your trusted partner in real estate is me, Izzy Smith of Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty. I believe real estate is more than just bricks and mortar. It's the cornerstone of our lives. It's where memories are made and dreams are realized. Choosing me as your realtor, you're getting a professional, dedicated advocate who will work tirelessly to make your real estate dreams a reality. Give me a call today at 573-876-2873 or visit izzysmithhomes.com. Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty, your hometown realtor working harder for you.
We go here to the top of the second inning. Renegades trailing by a 3-1 score. As Renegades will send 5, 6, and 7 to the line here, as this will be catcher Jacob Hornschmeyer leading things off. As Hornschmeyer, 5'10", 195-pound freshman at St. Louis University, most recently was St. Louis University. He's a Columbia, Missouri native. So first pitch, that one a little inside, ball one. So count sits, no offering from Spencer. That one is a little bit low. So count sits, 2 balls, no strikes. Again, Renegades trailing the A's here 3-1. But still lots of baseball left to play here tonight. 2-0 delivery. There's going to be a bouncing ball. That will be snagged by the shortstop. Throw is offline. That one takes the first baseman off the bag and ends up in the fence. So that one, that's a tough play there. So that will result in an E6. So now this will be shortstop Jack Dunn stepping in. Again, he's a new Renegade, been with the team for a week and a half or so now. So Spencer looking back in. Hornschmeyer again takes the lead at first. First offering to Dunn. A little bit inside, ball one. Count sits, 1 ball, no strikes. Renegades trailing by a 3-1 score here. Next pitch, there's going to be a ball sliced into the net. We'll leave it a 1-1. Straight up 7:30 here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazzo here with you, bringing you exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball. Glad you're tuned in. Hopefully you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Don't forget, if you've not done so, we encourage you to click on that subscribe button. That'll help us out. That'll help you find future broadcasts. You can find archive games, all kinds of good things on there. Is that pitch low and outside, ball two. All you got to do is just click on that subscribe button. You'll also be notified when we go live, so you won't have to miss Renegades baseball when we go on the air. You can also click on that thumbs up, the like icon as well. That lets us know that you're enjoying the broadcast here tonight. Hornschmeyer takes a lead at first. Spencer's next delivery. There's going to be a ball that's popped up. Left fielder coming in. That is Wilson. He will make the grab for out number 1. So now this will be left fielder A.J. Evans, 6 foot, 195-pound freshman at Jefferson College. He is an Ashland, Missouri native. So he steps in here with 1 out on the board. 1 out on the board with a runner on first base. They'll throw to first. Hornschmeyer is going to be out at first as he got leaned too far off the bag, and he is picked off for out number 2. Spencer, good delivery, good move to first base to get out number 2. It was a very smooth shift and throw over. First pitch to Evans. That one is in there for strike one, so count sits no balls, one strike. So count sits 0-1. Spencer's next delivery, headed home. That one in there for strike two. So count sits no balls, two strikes. That one swung on and missed. Thank you for that. I was trying to swat a bug. I dropped my pencil out the window. So that one swung on and missed for out number 3 in the inning. There were no runs, no hits, one error, and nobody left on the base path as we go to the bottom of the second inning, 3-1 lead in favor of the A's. We'll take a quick break and be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
We go here to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be 8-9-1 due up. This will be the catcher. And Clayton Porcial stepping in. First pitch is in there. No, sorry, that is ball one, rather. He's a Louisiana Lafayette freshman. Next offering. That one low and outside, ball two. So count sits 2 balls, no strikes. So 2-0 offering from Fork as he pitches here. He'll take a comebacker. He will throw to first to get to the out there. 1 up, 1 down. That goes as a 1-3 put out. Now this will be shortstop. And Colin Lintillo stepping in. Lintillo is St. Mary's product. He's a freshman there. Lintillo steps in. Again, it's 8-9-1. Let's do up here in the inning. Fork shakes off a sign. Now he has what he wants. First pitch. That one's going to be popped up in the air. Bachman calling for it. He'll work to his left. Out on the edge of the grass. And right field, he will make out number 2. So now we'll go back to center fielder and Tyler Macon. He walked and scored later on in that inning. He was part of that 3-run bottom of the first. So Macon steps in here. Fork looking to make it a 1-2-3 inning. After he faced 7 batters, the bottom of the first, as that one, Macon shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1, and ends up back at the backstop. So count sits 1-0 here. That one in there for strike 1, so count evens at 1-1. There's going to be a high chopper on the third base side. DiGiacinto gloves throw. Just beat it out was Macon. So that will put him on first base with a 2-out single. So now this will be second baseman Micah Nicholson. That was a tough play there as D.G. Jacinto coming in charging, but he's just about a half step behind on the throw. So Nicholson steps in here with one on and 2 outs on the board. Throw there for strike one. They'll throw to second. They say runner will be in there making with a stolen base. Close play at second. He gets in under the tag. So count sits 0-1. Fork now has a runner at second to deal with. 0-1 delivery. That would have been high and outside, so now we're even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So count sits 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. There's going to be a ball ripped foul on the first base line. So count sits 1-2. And they got the new grandstands here at Eberly Field. And some nice improvements to the park here this offseason. They'll turn and throw to second. Runner back safely. Getting back to the bag. Without a tag being applied. So count still sits 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 2 outs with a runner at second. Bottom of the second we play. It's a 3-1 A's lead. That pitch, that one just a little high, so now we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, there's going to be a ball sliced foul. That will get way out of play on the third base side. It's 340 down the left field line, 335 on the right field. It's 395 out in center field. So 340, 395, 335. Should go left to right. There's going to be a bouncing ball. Fleeg will take it on a couple hops. He'll throw to first to get out number 3. As in the inning, there were no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the base path. We will go to the 3rd inning. The A's leading the Renegades by a 3-1 score. We'll take a break and we'll be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Throw down to second means we're about ready here for the top of the 3rd inning. 8-9 and 1 due up for the Renegades. As this is first baseman Will Bachman, 6'1", 195-pound junior at Jamestown. He is a Fargo, North Dakota native. So Bachman will step in here, leading off the top of the 3rd. Renegades still trailing by that 3-1 score. First pitch. That one is in there. Swung on for strike one. So count sits, no balls, one strike. Next delivery, that one's going to be sliced foul straight back into the net. So count will go 0-2. So count sitting, no balls, two strikes. Spencer looking back in. 0-2 delivery. Headed home. That one, Bachman checked his swing. They say he did not go round as they appeal. So count sits, one ball, two strikes. Spencer shakes off a couple signs, doesn't like that one either. Now he says that one's okay. 1-2 delivery. That one outside. Ball two as that gets past the catcher. And nobody on the base path to move around. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And wind blowing kind of from left field towards first base here. So looks like kind of across the field a little bit. That pitch inside. Well, they say it hit him. So Bachman will be hit by a pitch. So he'll be rewarded first base. Now, this is Connor Fleeg, second baseman, 5'8", 155-pound sophomore at Drury. He's a St. Louis, Missouri native, so he steps in with one on. Nobody out here. First offering. He'll show bunt. He'll pull it back as that pitch was way outside. Ball one. Spencer has only had 3 base runners on here. This top of the 6th. They'll throw back to first. Bachman back safely. Gave up the single. Had a base runner with an E6. And now Bachman with the hit by pitch. That one is low. Ball 2, so count sits 2-0. Count sits 2 balls, no strikes. And we play here top of the 3rd. Next delivery, a little high and inside, ball 3, so Fleeg ahead in the count at 3-0. Spencer looking back in. Fleeg shows bunt, pulls it back for strike one. So count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Spencer looking back in. Runner at first base, no outs. That one down central for strike 2, so now it's a full count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Spencer holds that glove up by the ear. He takes the signs. Next pitch. That one is low. Ball 4. So Fleeg is given a walk. Now it's 2 base runners on the base path. So Bachman will go to second. Fleeg goes to first. We'll go top the lineup here in designated hitter Maddox Meyer. So Meyer steps in here with 2 on, no outs. Renegades trail 3-1. Meyer asks for time. Well, they deliver. He steps out. Either way, take strike 1 as he was asking for the eyes up, but it was not granted. So he was out halfway out of the batter's box when Spencer delivered home. That pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. So Meyer down in the count at no balls, 2 strikes. Again, 2 runners on. Spencer checks second look in there, now delivers home. There's going to be a pitch swung on and missed for out number 1. So now it'll be center fielder Braden O'Neill. So O'Neill is going to step in. And 2 runners on with 1 out on the board. First offering to O'Neill from Spencer, headed home. That pitch, that one in there, strike 1. So count sits 0-1. That was about as far to the edge of the strike zone as possible. Spencer's got to tie his shoe real quick, so. Renegades and A's, the only Mink League action tonight. Everybody else in the Mink League has the night off. Renegades having the night off yesterday. So count sits 0-1. Spencer's next delivery, that one in there. Strike 2. So O'Neill will be down to the count 0-2. Spencer's 0-2 delivery. That one, they say, strike 3 called, as O'Neill is retired for the second time tonight with a backwards K. Now it'll be right fielder Ethan Milius stepping in. So Milius is going to step in with 2 on and 2 outs. Renegades trail by 2 at 3-1. There's going to be a pitch that is sliced foul. That'll get out of play as that one drops in front of all the kids. Only one kid had a beat on it that time. He tracks it down. He's got a Clarinda youth jersey on, so I bet he plays on the field next door from time to time. So count sits 0-1. Next pitch. That one in there called strike 2. So count sits, no balls, 2 strikes. Spencer looking back in. He'll shake off a sign again. Renegades have 2 on here. 0-2 delivery, that one is low. That will get past the catcher. As going to third will be Bachman. Fleeg stays put at first. So count goes 1-2 now. Again, Spencer looking back in. Runners at the corners, but 2 outs on the board. That pitch, that one, they say that Milius did not offer at it. As they'll appeal it, he says no. So count even at 2-2. Again, most of the A's were headed to the dugout there. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next offering to Milius. That one is called strike 3. And the inning comes to an end. So the Renegades had the first 2 runners on board. They strand them, though. As in the inning, no runs. There were no hits. There were no errors. And 2 left on the base path. As we will go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's still a 3-1 advantage in favor of the A's. We'll take a break and be back. You're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie. There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
We go here to the bottom of the third inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up. As this will be first baseman Drake Cobb. His 4 count here for his third inning of work. He is sitting at the half-century mark at 50 pitches. First offering here to Cobb, headed home. That one is going to be low. Ball 1. That one gets by Hornsmeyer, so they'll get a new baseball in play. So Fork looks back in. 1-0 delivery. That one in there, strike 1. So now we're even a 1 ball, 1 strike. So count sits 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, there's going to be a bouncing ball foul on the third base side. So count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. So count sitting 1-2. Cobb steps back in. That one is low. Now we're even at 2-2. Next pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 1. So now this will be left fielder Kane Wilson. Wilson doubled for an RBI his last time up. Home plate umpire has to go get a new set of baseballs. So Wilson steps in here. Again, Renegades trailing by a 3-1 score here. So we play the bottom of the third. Fork will deliver home. That pitch low and outside. Ball 1. Count sits 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 delivery. That one in there, strike 1. So now we're even at 1-1. So count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch, there's going to be a ball chopped foul on the third base line. That pitch, that one misses. So count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fork looks back in. Next pitch, that one a little too far outside. So now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fork again trying to make it. 1, 2, 3 inning. That pitch, that one sliced foul off the pole here at Eberly Field. So just like we say at historic Ernie Vivian, Wilson rings the bells here at Eberly Field. So count stays full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from Fork, headed home. There's going to be a ball again. That'll be a foul ball. Way out of play on the third base side. Payoff pitch once again. There's going to be a ball popped up as long run in, and they say that Milius did not make the grab but trapped it as it dropped just right in front of his glove. So Wilson will be at first base. He's got 2 hits on the day, a double and a single. So now third baseman Cooper Knight steps in. Milius went down to the grass to try to get that, but they say that it was trapped in his glove. So Wilson stands at first base. He'll put the oven mitt on at first. He'll take a slight lead there. That pitch, that one in there, strike one. So Knight down in the count at 0-1. Count sits, no balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, swung on and missed for strike number 2. So count sits at no balls, 2 strikes. So count sits 0-2. They'll throw to first base, runner back safely. So count sits, no balls, 2 strikes. Deep breath by Fork. Again, he'll turn and throw. No tag applied there, runner back safely. So count sits, no balls, 2 strikes. There's going to be a pitch that is hit off the end of the bat, skied it up. Dunn going out on it. He will make the grab for out number 2. Now this is right fielder Brady Dobson. He struck out swinging his last time up. So Dobson's going to step in here. So Fork looking for out number 3 here. Bottom of the third we play, still a 3-1 score in favor of the A's. Another throw back to first, runner back safely, that's Wilson. Fork again looks back in. First pitch, there's going to be a ball sliced foul into the parking lot for strike 1. Dobson will step back in. Now it sits 0-1 to get another throw back to first. Tag applied, but Wilson in under the tag. Fork delivers home. There's going to be a pitch sliced foul. That one 0-2 as that one gets out of play over the A's dugout on the third base side of the field. So count sits 0-2. That pitch, that one a little low. So now we go 1-2. In about a minute past 8 o'clock here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazaway here with you, bringing exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball. Glad you're tuned in. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, be sure and click on that subscribe button. There's going to be a ball lifted into the outfield. Coming over, settling underneath it, making the grab is Milius for out number 3. In the inning, there were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the base path. We will go to the 4th inning as the A's 3, the Renegades 1. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the Show Me Sports Network under the broadcasting rights granted therein. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the Show Me Sports Network. Announcers are provided by the Show Me Sports Network.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive. Always. Unless you get it checked with Salter Lawn Service. Don't worry about saving up for something new. Just let the experienced experts at Salter Lawn Service repair your small engines. With pickup and delivery available, saving you time and saving your wallet.
Hey, this is Stacy Salter with Salter Lawn Service. One call, we do it all. You can find us at salterlawnservice.com.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 8th grade. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
We go here to the top of the fourth inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up, as this will be DG Jacinto, Hornsmeyer, and Dunn are the 3 due up. DG Jacinto playing at third base here tonight. Spencer looking in. Has the sign, his first delivery. That one a little bit outside, ball 1, so count sits 1-0. As I said, glad you're tuned into our broadcast here tonight. Don't forget, if you've not done so, we encourage you to click on that subscribe button. There's going to be a bouncing ball. That one is taken just fair on the third base side. They'll throw from Knight to Cobb for out number 1. It was a 5-3 putout to start the inning. Now this is catcher Jacob Hornsmeyer. He reached first on an E6, so he will step in here. But as I said, clicking on that subscribe button, that helps us out, helps you find future broadcasts. You can find archive games on there, all kinds of good things. Simply just click on that subscribe button. That also will make sure you're notified when we go live. You won't miss an upcoming Renegade game. As that pitch inside, ball 1, they'll appeal and say, no, he did not go around. So you can do those things and show some support. You can also click on the thumbs up to like icon. That pitch in there for strike 1. That'll let us know you're enjoying Renegades baseball here tonight. As they play at Clarinda against the A's. That pitch, that one's going to be bounced foul on the third base side. Coach Bustos making a good bare hand grab in that third base coach's box. So count sits 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out on the board. Spencer shakes it off. Now he'll have an agreeable sign. 1-2 delivery. That one upstairs. So now we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two delivery. That one is low and outside. So now we're full at 3-2. So count sits full, 3-2. Spencer's payoff pitch. There's going to be a ball hit off the end of the bat, popped up on the first base side. As nobody will be there, as the first baseman, I think, lost it in the sun. Second baseman lays out for it. Neither would have been there in time. So Hornsmeyer at first base. He's reached base safely now in 2 at-bats. So this is shortstop Jack Dunn stepping in. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to the left fielder. So he steps in here. Got a runner at first base with 1 out on the board. First offering to Dunn. There's going to be a ball lifted on the third base side. That one is foul, and it will be a diving try by the left fielder. I don't know where he went to, as tagging and going to second is Hornsmeyer, as I guess he did not catch that. He finally comes back. He ended up almost over at the sale barn at that clip he was going. Good hustle there by Wilson to try to get over there. Sure. Yeah, he ended up in parts unknown for a little bit, but comes back. So, gold star, Charlie Hustle on his part to lay out for that. That pitch, that upstairs. So, count even at 1-1. That pitch was a little high. Hornsmeyer went to second, but had to go back to first, as that thing was well out of play over there. Spencer looking back in. 1-1 delivery. That one's going to be sliced just the seam of it, but it'll be strike two. So count sits 1-2. Next delivery, that one a bit outside. Now we're even at 2-2. So count sits even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spencer peeks over at first. 2-2 delivery. There's going to be another one lifted high in the air. Long run in for the left fielder. Center fielder calls off the shortstop, as he will be there for out number 2. He had an easier play. He was coming in on it. The shortstop was going out on it. So now it'll be left fielder A.J. Evans stepping in with a runner on first base. 2 outs on the board. So Evans steps in here. Again, 2 outs on the board. Renegades trailing by a 3-1 score here as we play in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch, there's going to be a ball popped up on the third base side. Coming over is the third baseman. He had it in his glove and dropped it. And goes strike one. I think he looked up momentarily to make sure he avoided a collision with the catcher, and it pops out of the glove. So Evans will be down in the count at 0-1. Spencer looking back in as some shadows slowly start to creep across the field. 1 delivery. There's going to be a bouncing ball. That'll be taken by the second baseman. Flips over to the shortstop covering the bag. That goes a 4-6 out number 3. As in the inning, Renegades had no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They left 1 on the base path. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning as Renegades trail the A's by 3-1 score. We'll take a quick break and be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
In the bottom respective halves of the ball game since then, been 0-0-0-0-0-0. So we play here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 7, 8, and 9 due up. This will be the designated hitter in Tavon Homelar stepping in. He popped out to second base earlier here tonight. It is only at bat. He's 0 for 1. There's going to be a pitch. That one will get through into center field as he sends the first one through right back where it came from. So he'll be standing on first base with no outs. Now this will be the catcher. So this will be Clayton Porcial stepping in. He is 0 for 1, hit into a 1-3 putout. So it'll be a good time here for the Renegades to look for a double play, which they are set up for. Fork delivers home. Porcial tries to bunt that one. He pulls it back for strike one. So he's trying to move Homelar around the base path here. Count sits, no balls, 1 strike. Fork's next offering. That one in there called strike 2. So Porcial will be down in the count at 0-2. Count sits, no balls, 2 strikes. Fork turns and throws to first. Homelar back safely. Count sits 0-2. There's going to be a pitch. Hit into shallow right field. Coming over is Milius. He'll make the grab for out number 1. So now this will be shortstop Colin Lentillo stepping in. So Lentillo steps in here with a runner on first base and 1 out. Again, the A's leading 3-1 here as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fork shakes off a couple signs. He'll look at first. Now he'll come set. There's going to be a bouncing ball foul on the third base side. So he'll be down in the count at 0-1. So count sits, no balls, 1 strike. Next offering, there's going to be a pitch sliced foul. That one ends up in the netting behind home plate, so we'll sit at an 0-2 count. So Lentillo will step back in. Fork looks in. 0-2 delivery, that one is low, as that one will be in the dirt. Hornschmeyer keeps it in front of him, but Homelar will go to second base on the pitch in the dirt. So count goes 1-2. Looking back in. Is Fork. Next delivery, that one swung on and missed for out number 2. Now top the lineup will go. This is center fielder Tyler Macon. So Macon will step in here. So again, runner at second base with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. First pitch. That one a little bit low and outside, ball 1, so count sits 1-0. Pitch. There's going to be a ball sliced foul. So I'll leave the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Next delivery. There's going to be a bouncing ball taken at short. Dunn throws over to first to Bachman to get out number 3. As in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the base path. We will go to the top of the 5th inning. Renegades trailing by 3-1 score. We'll take a break and be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
We go here to the top of the 5th inning, 8-9-1 due up for the Renegades. Bachman, Fleet, and Meyer are 3 due up. First pitch to Bachman. That one a little bit low. Spencer out there working here in the top of the 5th inning. So count sits 1 ball, no strikes. As that one falling off is Spencer. I think he's okay. It just looked pretty awkward there. So that will go for ball 2. Started to come home with it. Looked like he just kind of got over-centered and stumbled. There's going to be a bouncing ball taken by the shortstop. He'll sidearm it to first for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down. Now this will be second baseman Connor Fleeg. He walked his last time up. So Fleeg steps in here. With nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Renegades again right back here tomorrow with the A's. That first pitch, that one is low. That'll be game 3 of the 3 games here at Clarinda for Renegades and the A's. Fleeg will lay down a bunt on the third base side. Pitcher gloves, throws to first. 2 up and 2 down. That'll also be designated hitter Maddox Meyer. Mink League games this year, 3 home and 3 road games in the series. 3 home, 3 road against all the Mink League teams. So that will wrap up the Renegades and A's in Clarinda portion. That one is in there for strike 1. I believe if memory serves me right. Yeah, the A's have already come to Jeff City 3 times, so that would be the 6-game series with 3 home, 3 away. There's going to be a ball sliced foul. Meyer will be down at 0-2. Then we will wrap up the 3 road trips to Carroll. And wrap up their 6-game series. Swung on and missed for out number 3 as Meyer is retired. 3 up and 3 down. Go the Renegades, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the base path. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. A's 3, Renegades 1. We'll take a quick break and be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend in my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
We go here to the bottom of the 5th inning. Renegades have gone to the bullpen as they will bring in 6'4", 220-pound junior right-handed hurler in Cale Wilson. He's a Missouri and St. Louis native of Taos, Missouri. So he will be ready to go here as he's been warming up in the bullpen for a little bit of time, so he's ready to go. So it'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up. This will be the second baseman, and Micah Nicholson stepping in for the A's. Again, the A's lead the Renegades by a 3-1 score. First offering from Wilson. This is ball 1. So count sits, 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson looks back in. Right-hander delivers home. That one is low and inside, ball 2. So count sits 2-0. Next pitch, there's going to be a ball fouled off on the first base side, so count sits 2-1. Two, 1 delivery forthcoming from Wilson. It's headed home. There's going to be a pitch sliced foul. That one ends up near the parking lot in the sale barn here off to our left. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch. There's going to be a ball lifted into the grass in left field, as that'll be a single. So now this will be first baseman Drake Cobb. So Cobb will step in here. So Wilson gives up a hit. The first batter he faces. Thought the double play would be in order for the Renegades here. First pitch. In there, strike 1. Count sitting at 0-1. Next delivery. Swung on and missed. They'll throw to second. As that one not in time, as it'll be a stolen base for Nicholson. Ball got there about the same time Nicholson did, and they call batter interference, so hold the phone. So Cobb will be called for batter interference. So Nicholson has to go back. Go back to first, so hold the phone there. So now it'll be left fielder Kane Wilson facing off here against pitcher Cale Wilson. That one upstairs, ball one. I would assume no relation, but you never know. It's Wilson against Wilson matchup. 1-0 delivery. That one a little bit low and inside, so count evens at 2 balls, no strikes. Again, Nicholson stands at first base. A's leading by a 3-1 score. Now they call a balk there on Wilson, so Nicholson ends up at second. So the count still stays at 2 balls, no strikes, with Nicholson taking second on the balk call. Two-0 delivery. There's going to be a bouncing ball. So that'll be gloved by Dunn. He'll throw to third. They say he slid under the tag as runners safe at the corners. Dunn trying to get the runner out at third. And everybody is safe. As now it'll be Cooper Knight, the third baseman. Again, runners on the corners at first and third here. A's leading by a 3-1 score. One out here in this bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, down central, strike one. So Knight will be down in the count at 0 balls and 1 strike. Next delivery. That one in there for called strike 2. So Wilson will take second base. That'll be a stolen base for Kane Wilson. There's going to be a pitch that is fouled out of play. So count stays 0-2. Somebody must be mowing some grass around the area. My allergies are kicking in. So count sits 0-2. As that last pitch was fouled off. Wilson looking back in. That pitch, that one called strike 3. Knight is retired for out number 2. So now it's to be right fielder in Brady Dobson. So Dobson will step in with 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He'll step in on that left-hand side of the plate for the A's. Again, the A's leading by a 3-1 score. They've out-hit the Renegades 7-3. They've out-aired the Renegades 1-0. But they do lead by the 3-1 score. First offering from Wilson, that one inside, ball 1. So count sits 1 ball, no strikes. So 1 ball, no strike count. Again, runners at second and third with 2 outs on the board. Next delivery. That one in there for called strike 1, so now we're even at 1-1. count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Next offering from Wilson. Pitch swung on and missed for strike number 2. So count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, there is a nice little gentle breeze coming through here at Eberly Field. As Old Glory out just to the right side of center field, waving in the wind. Swing and a miss for out number 3 as Wilson comes in, leaves 2 on the base path. In the inning, no runs. There were 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on the base path. The A's still lead by a 3-1 score. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Are you in the market to buy your first home? Maybe it's time to buy some acreage. How about invest in a new space for your growing business? No matter the need, your trusted partner in real estate is me, Izzy Smith of Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Moon Realty. I believe real estate is more than just bricks and mortar. It's the cornerstone of our lives. It's where memories are made and dreams are realized. Choosing me as your realtor, you're getting a professional, dedicated advocate who will work tirelessly to make your real estate dreams a reality. Give me a call today at 573-876-2873 or visit izzysmithhomes.com. Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Moon Realty, your hometown realtor working harder for you.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
We go here to the top of the 6th inning. Renegades will send 2, 3, and 4 here to bat. As it'll be O'Neill, Milius, and DiGiacinto. O'Neill 0 for 2 in 2 plate appearances. Both strikeouts headed the wrong direction in the scorebook. That one is low, ball 1. A strikeout looking on both of those. We'll put the backwards K in there. So count sits 1-0. Spencer's next delivery. There's going to be a hard hit ball fouled off on the third base side. O'Neill will be even in a 1-1 count. About 5 minutes past 8:30 here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazaway here with you, bringing exclusive coverage all season long of Renegades baseball. 1-1 delivery. That one outside and low. Ball 2, so counts it's 2-1. Glad you're tuned into our broadcast here tonight. Don't forget, if you've not done so, be sure to click on that subscribe button. That'll help us out, help you find future broadcasts. You can find archive games as well. That pitch swung on and missed. Now we're even at 2-2. It'll also let you know anytime we go live, you'll be notified that we are on the air, so you don't miss Renegades baseball. So you can do all those things. Plus, click on that thumbs up icon, the like icon. That lets us know you're enjoying the broadcast here tonight. There's going to be a pitch slice foul, so we'll stay at 2-2. You do both those things, well, you'll be rewarded with free Renegades baseball. So that's one of the ways we help keep our broadcast free each and every time we go on the air. You can also, you don't have to watch the ads, but if you let the ads play instead of skip them, I don't like them either, but that's also one of the ways we can help keep our broadcast free when we go on the air. That pitch, that one in there, called strike 3. The third time O'Neill is retired here tonight. So now this will be right fielder Ethan Milius. He is 0 for 2 as well, with a strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging. And as I said, just let those ads play. As we get later on into the evening, it'll be sure to make sure you're awake, because I know they're very loud. I can't control that. YouTube does what it wants, plays them as loud as they want, which is definitely louder than our volume here. So that one misses ball 1, but I am maxed out as loud as we can go. I'm sending our audio as loud as possible to YouTube, so I know that there's an inequity on the sound. There's going to be a pitch popped up in the air. Shortstop will come in onto the edge of the dirt, make the grab, 2 up, 2 down. So now this will be third baseman Alex DiGiacinto stepping in. So DiGiacinto will step in. With 2 outs on the board, again a 3-1 A's lead. But like I said, you do those things, you'll be rewarded with free Renegades baseball season, or free Renegades baseball this season. First pitch to DiGiacinto is outside, ball 1. So count sits 1-0. So 1 ball, no strike count. Next offering from Spencer. That one a little low, ball 2, so count sits 2-0. In top of the 6th inning we're playing here. Renegades trailing the A's by a 3-1 score. Both teams getting their runs in the first inning. Since then, all zeros up on the board. There's going to be a ball lifted to left field as that one will be off the fence. As at the warning track, DiGiacinto tripped over first base, so he will have to stay at first. As rounding first, he took a little stumble. So DiGiacinto laid into that one, but came up, hit it about 330 feet, and it's 340 out there to the outfield fence. But he will be at first base. Now this will be catcher and Jacob Hornschmeyer stepping in. Spencer, this next offering, this will be pitch number 80 for him on the night. Spencer looking in. Again, 2 outs in the inning. First offering to Hornschmeyer. He offered at that one for strike 1. So Hornschmeyer will be down in the count at no balls and 1 strike. Again, runner at first base. That's DiGiacinto. Next delivery to Hornschmeyer, that one low in the dirt. DiGiacinto stays at first base. So count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Spencer, deep breath. He'll ask to cycle through the signs. Now he'll get what he's searching for. 1-1 delivery. That pitch, that one a little low. So now we sit at 2-1. Renegades having 1 run on 4 hits and no errors, 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error for the A's. Spencer looking back in. Next offering, there's going to be a ball lifted into center field. Long run in as the center fielder will slide down to 1 knee to make the grab for out number 3. As that is Macon sliding to a knee for out number 3 in the inning. There were no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the base path. We will go to the bottom of the 6th inning as the A's 3, Renegades 1. We'll take a break and be back. You're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
We go here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Renegades and A's matching up here in the only Mink League action here tonight. Everybody else in the Mink League having the night off. Cale Wilson comes out here to pitch in his 2nd inning to work, as it'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up here for the A's as they lead by a 3-1 score. Again, both these two teams putting up all their runs in that top and bottom of the first, and then we've been scoreless since that point. So it'll be Tavon Homelar, the designated hitter, leading things off. Then Porcial and Lentillo are the remaining 2 and 3 that are due up here. So Wilson looks in, has his sign from Hornschmeyer. He'll deliver home. A little inside, ball 1, so count sits 1-0. Again for the A's, they sit at 12 and 6 overall. Renegades sit at 10 and 12 on their season. Next delivery. That one in there, strike 1 taken, so count evens at 1-1. One pitch. That one misses. Ball 2, so count sits 2-1. That pitch in there. Now we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch. That one's going to be hooked foul and out of play. So we will stay even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilson again will have the sign. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss for out number 1. Wilson is fan 3 here so far. He's faced 6 batters. So this will be catcher Clayton Porcial stepping in. The sun continuing to set here as that pitch fouled off for strike number 1. Here's some action. See a little bit of action in the bullpen for the Renegades. So count sits 0-1. Wilson's next delivery. That one is low. So count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. Next pitch. That one a little low. Ball 2, so count sits 2-1. And 1 out on the board here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 delivery, that one sliced foul. So now it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Wilson again looking back in. Both teams did help out their own causes by scoring runs without any hits, working themselves around the base path. That one's going to hit him. So that one catches Porcial on the elbow. He does have the guard on it, but that might not have helped him in that instance. They're going to bring out some new baseballs. Give him a chance to shake that off as it hurt either way. So now it's going to be shortstop Colin Lentillo stepping in. So Lentillo steps in with a runner on and 1 out. So Lentillo will step in here. So he steps in as Wilson We'll toe the rubber and look home again. Runner on with one out. It's a 3-1 A's lead. First pitch. That one is going to hit him as well. So now it's back-to-back batters hit by pitch. So now we go to center fielder Tyler Macon. As this will be Tyler Macon stepping in. 2 on via the hit by pitch. Wilson will step back on here as 1 out on the board. And 2 runners on via hit by pitch. First offering from Wilson. That one strike one called. So count sits, no balls, 1 strike. Next offering, that one way outside. Hornsmeyer doing a good job to snag that on the way by. So count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. There's going to be a pitch swung on and miss for strike 2. So count sitting 1-2. And Wilson trying to work out of the jam he's found himself in with 2 runners on. Both hit by pitch. Next delivery. There's going to be a ball popped in the air as that one will be caught at center field. As coming over, O'Neal made a diving grab for that. I didn't think he had it at first, but he robs extra bases there for 2 outs on the board now. Milius was taking a very different angle than O'Neal was. So now this will be second baseman Micah Nicholson stepping in. He's 2 for 3 today. As he steps in here with 2 on and 2 outs on the board. First pitch. That one in there, strike 1. So count sits, no balls, 1 strike. Next offering from Wilson. Long look at second. Now he'll deliver home. That one is outside. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one delivery. There's going to be a pitch sliced foul. So that one will put Nicholson down in the count at 1-2. Again, 2 outs on the board. One-two offering. That one a little outside. Now we're even at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-1 ball game in favor of the A's. Bottom of the 6th. Wilson's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he ends the inning as he does indeed strand those 2 base runners he hit. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on the base path. We will go to the 7th inning. Renegades trail the A's 3-1. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Goodell's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
We go here to the top of the 7th inning. The A's will go to the bullpen as this will be Dylan McIntyre. He is a left-handed hurler. It's going to be one hopper to the second baseman. He'll glove. He'll throw to first to get the out there. So 2 up and 2 down. So now this will be first baseman Will Bachman stepping in. So Bachman will step in. First pitch, he's going to send that one in front of home plate. Catcher will not be able to make the grab and throw out at first. Would have been tough play. So Bachman will be at first base with 2 outs on the board. So now this will be second baseman Connor Fleeg. So Fleeg will step in with a runner on first base. And 2 outs on the board. Renegades again trailing by 3-1 score. Top of the 7th we play. That pitch to Fleeg. McIntyre outside, ball 1. So count sits 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch. That one in there, strike 1. So count even at 1-1. McIntyre again, left-handed hurler. Looks back in. 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Or strike number 2. So count sits 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next offering to Fleeg will be headed home shortly. McIntyre looks at first, now back home. Now he'll look, deliver. That pitch, that one outside, couldn't get Fleeg to chase that. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. McIntyre again coming here in the top of the 7th inning in relief effort. He steps in here. Two-two pitch. That one sliced foul. Youngsters go chasing after that foul ball. I think it ended up on the baseball field over there. See, some kids go one way, some go the other way to get over to that field. So count stays 2-2 here. McIntyre looking back in. Next pitch, swung on and missed for out number 3. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the base path. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 7th inning stretch time. Renegades trail by a 3-1 score to the A's. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back as you're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the exclusive home of the Renegades, the Show Me Sports Network.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive. Always. Unless you get it checked with Salter Lawn Service. Don't worry about saving up for something new. Just let the experienced experts at Salter Lawn Service repair your small engines. With pickup and delivery available, saving you time and saving your wallet.
Hey, this is Stacy Salter with Salter Lawn Service. 1 call, we do it all. You can find us at salterlawnservice.com.
We're Riverdale Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverdale Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 8th grade. Riverdale Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day program. To find out more about Riverdale Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
With you, bringing exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball. This is season number 5, and we're looking forward to many, many, many more to come. And it's glad you're tuned in. Don't forget, if you've not done so, we do encourage you to click on the subscribe button. That'll help out. That'll help you find future broadcasts. You can find archive games, all kinds of good things. All you got to do is click on that subscribe button. Plus, it'll notify you when we go live. So when we're on the air, you'll be notified. That way you don't miss any Renegades baseball in the future. You can also click on that thumbs up, the like icon as well, as that will let us know you're enjoying Renegades baseball here this evening. As Renegades trail by a 3-1 score. You do both those things for us, well, we're going to reward you with free Renegades baseball this season. So it's a win for you, a win for us. Plus, we ask that you Renegades trailing by a 3-1 score. First pitch swung on and missed. Cobb down in the count 0-1. He was out earlier with batter's interference in his last at-bat. Struck out before that and then had a double and scored in his first outing. That one, I think, caught Hornschmeyer. So head coach Mike DeMille, he's going to come out, check on his catcher as home plate umpire is going to dust off home plate. It's a little dirty for his liking. So they're going to check, make sure Hornschmeyer is okay. Give him a chance just to shake that off. We're right back here tomorrow as the A's and the Renegades match up tomorrow. That'll be right here at Clarinda. Pregame about 6:45 as first pitch set for 7 o'clock. So we'll have coverage of that again tomorrow night. So now we're ready to begin play once again as count sits 0-1 to Cobb. Wilson looking in. 0-1 delivery. That one a little bit outside. So count even at 1-1. One ball, one strike count. Next pitch. That one a little bit low. So count goes 2-1. And the A's leading 3-1 here, bottom of the 7th we play. Ball game just over 2 hours old. 2-1 delivery. That one is going to be in the dirt for ball 3. So count sits 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one offering. That one is low, ball 4. So Cobb has given a leadoff walk here. That's bottom of the 7th inning. Now this is Kane Wilson stepping in. He has had a 3-hit and 3-plate appearance day, has an RBI, has a stolen base as well. So he steps in here with nobody out, runner on first base. First pitch, that one a little low, ball 1. So count sits 1-0. Wilson again looks back in. 1-0 delivery. That one is going to be low and outside, ball 2. So count sits 2-0. Count sitting 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch. That one outside, ball 3. Gets away from Hornschmeyer. As that will move Cobb down to second. So head coach Mike DeMille is going to go out and have a conversation with Wilson as he's sitting at 46 pitches here tonight. So they'll have a conversation out on the field. Of course, we'll take a look at the Mink League scoreboard. Well, there's only one game happening here tonight. It's our game right here. It's bottom of the 7th inning, 3-1 A's leading the Renegades. So that was a quick look at the scoreboard. There's 3 games tomorrow night. Sedalia Bombers hosting the Lady Griffins at Sedalia. That's a 7 o'clock first pitch. Chillicothe Mudcats hosting the St. Joseph Mustangs. That's a 7:05 first pitch. And our game here at Clarinda, the A's hosting the Renegades. That's also a 7 o'clock first pitch time. So like I said, not a lot of scoreboard action here tonight for the Mink League, as we're the only Mink League game. Mike D'Amelia coming out, talking to his infield and his pitcher. A home plate umpire is going to ask, they're going to have a conversation. So this is the first time he's came out and had a conversation with Wilson. So they're going to have a continued conversation here. As I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. So count sits 3-0. And runner at second base as we're ready to begin play. Next offering, that one in there, strike 1. So count sits 3 balls and 1 strike. There's no outs on the board with a runner at second. Again, the A's leading 3-1 here. 3-1 delivery. That one's going to be sliced foul. So we're full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. So count full at 3-2. Wilson trying to get the first punch out here of the inning. And runner stands at second. That is Cobb. He walked and then moved over on a wild pitch. That one again sliced foul. So we'll stay full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we're full at 3-2. Wilson looking back in. Payoff pitch. Headed home. That one inside, ball 4. So Kane Wilson takes the walk. He'll go down to first base. Now this will be third baseman Cooper Knight. So Cooper Knight steps in with 2 on and nobody out here. And the A's leading 3-1. All game just over 2 hours old. First pitch, he'll show bunt. He'll pull it back. Ball 1. Count sits 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 offering from Wilson. He'll show bunt again, lay it down on the third base side. It hooks foul. So Knight will be even in the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So count even at 1 ball, 1 strike as Knight has to go back, get his bat. He was well on his way to first base. Again, runners at first and second here with no outs on the board. There's action in the bullpen for the Renegades. He'll show bunt again. He'll pop it up on the third base side. Nobody will be able to get there. So it'll go strike 2. Again, Knight trying to move the base runners around with a bunt. But now he'll be down to the count at 1-2, so it changes his approach just a bit. he will step in. Wilson will toe the rubber again. He'll look in. He'll deliver home. There's going to be a pitch sliced foul. That one out of play on the third base side. So count will stay at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Feels like we've been 1-2 forever. So count sits 1-2. Next pitch. That one inside. Now we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. In bottom of the 7th inning we're playing here. It's a 3-1 lead in favor of the A's. 2-2 pitch. There's going to be a ball sliced foul. That will be way out of play once again. So we stay at a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Renegades trailing by a 3-1 score. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Out number 1. This is right fielder Brady Dobson stepping in. So Dobson will step in with 2 on here and 1 out on the board. And it's a 3-1 A's lead. They've out-hit the Renegades 7 hits to 5 hits. First pitch, that one way outside, ball 1. So count sits 1 ball, no strikes to Dobson. One 0 offering. There's going to be a pitch sliced foul. So now we're even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Count sits 1-1. Next pitch. That one high, ball 2. Count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Wilson sitting at 60 pitches here. 2-1 delivery. That one misses, ball 3. Now count goes 3-1. Again, 2 runners on with 1 out. A's leading 3-1. Wilson looks home. Comes set, 3-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Now we're full at 3-2. So count sits full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. And 1 out with 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 7th. Payoff pitch. That one ball 4. Bases loaded. So bases loaded here with 1 out. As this will be designated hitter Tavon Homelar stepping in. So Homelar steps in here. With the bases loaded and 1 out on the board. First offering. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Homelar down in the count at 0-1. Wilson looking back in. 0-1 delivery. That one way outside. Now we're even at 1-1. I said there was action in the bullpen for the Renegades. 1 ball, 1 strike count. This pitch, that one in there, strike 2. So count sits 1-2. Next delivery by Wilson. There's going to be a pitch sliced foul. So youngsters again go chasing after that foul ball. So count stays 1-2. They get a pretty good deal out of it. A return a foul ball, get anything from the concession stand. That's a heck of a deal. Wilson looking back in again. Bases loaded here with 1 out. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. And Hamalar is retired for out number 2. Now this is catcher in Clayton Porcial stepping in. So Porcial stepping in. As he has been hit by a pitch, flown out to right field, hit into a 1-3 out in his first at bat. So he's been to plate 3 times here. Bases loaded with 2 outs. First pitch in there, strike 1. Cale Wilson trying to get out of the jam he found himself in here with the bases loaded. So he'll look back in. No balls, 1 strike. That pitch, there's going to be a comebacker. He will glove. He will underhand to home. They will get the out there, and that will end the inning. As in the inning, no runs. There were no hits, there were no errors, and bases were left loaded, as that will go for out number 3, as Renegades trail by a 3-1 score. We're going to go to the 8th inning. It's a 3-1 A's lead. We'll take a break and be back. You're tuned into exclusive broadcast coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
We go here to the top of the 8th inning. We'll go to the top of the lineup for the Renegades. And Meyer, O'Neill, and Milius are the 3 due up. Again, Renegades trailing by a 3-1 score. They're being out hit 7-5 right now, but they are also being out errored by the A's. A's have 1 error, Renegades have none. McIntyre comes out here to pitch in his 2nd inning of work. And no other Mink League games happening here tonight, so we don't got no scoreboard to tell you other than our game right here. So there's nobody else playing in Mink League action here on this last day of June. Hard to believe July 1st is tomorrow, but the Ides of July are upon us nonetheless. So again, this will be designated hitter Maddox Meyer. He's had a single and 2 strikeouts in 3 plate appearances. So he'll lead things off here for the Renegades. And Renegades running out of opportunities here to try to Score those 2 runs to tie it up, 3 to take the lead as that pitch. That one misses, ball 1. So count sits 1 ball, no strikes. Next offering from McIntyre. That one a little bit outside. Count goes 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. McIntyre looking back in. Next delivery, swinging and a miss. So count will go 2-1 here to Meyer. He steps back in. 2-1 delivery. That one way outside. So now count goes 3-1. McIntyre set to deliver home. 3-1 pitch. That one outside, ball 4. So Meyer draws a leadoff walk. So now it's to be center fielder Braden O'Neill stepping in. So O'Neill will step in here with a runner on first base. Nobody out. Conversation between catcher and pitcher has concluded, so O'Neill will step back into the batter's box here. And he is 0 for 3 with 3 backward Ks in the book. First pitch. That one is in there, strike 1. So count sits no balls, 1 strike. Looking back in. McIntyre's 0-1 delivery headed home. That one is a bit outside, so now we're even at 1-1. Count even at 1-1. Next pitch. That one a little low. Ball 2, so count sits 2-1. So count sits 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, there's going to be a ball sliced foul. Now we're even at 2-2. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. McIntyre looks at Meyer at first base. Now he looks back home. He'll turn and throw. Runner back safely. So Meyer didn't get too far of a lead there. So count even at 2-2. Next pitch. That one outside. Now we're full at 3-2. So O'Neill trying to reach base safely here for the first time tonight. So he is, as I said, been 0 for 3. So we're full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from McIntyre, headed home, ball 4. The first 2 have reached via walks. So now it'll be right fielder Ethan Milius. Milius represents the go-ahead run here. Tying run for the Renegades stands at first. So Milius stepping in here. And with 2 on and nobody out here, we play in the top of the 8th inning. So Milius steps in. They do pull first in, third in just a bit. Nobody out here with 2 runners on. McIntyre's first pitch. Milius shows bunt, pulls it back for strike 1. So he'll be down to the count at 0-1. So Count sits. No balls, 1 strike. Next delivery. That one outside. Now we're even at 1-1. So count sits even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Swinging and a miss. Now it's 1-2. Again, 2 runners on with no outs here. Renegades trailing the A's by a 3-1 score. We play here in the top of the 8th inning. One-two delivery. That one inside. So now we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. McIntyre's 2-2 offering. Headed home. That one called strike 3. Milius is retired for out number 1. Now this is third baseman Alex DiGiacinto. He had a single his last time up. Otherwise, he's hit in 2 5-3 putouts in his 3 plate appearances. So he'll step in here. First pitch. There's going to be a bouncing ball to third. Third baseman boots the ball. However, the shortstop will glove and get the out at first. So the third baseman boots it, but the shortstop able to pick it on the fly and get out number 2 with DiGiacinto. So it does move the runners around the base path. Feel like we need to write that in as a 5-6-3 play. So now to be catcher Jacob Hornschmeyer stepping in. He's got 2 runners on, but 2 outs on the board. Yeah. That pitch, that one upstairs, ball 1. Wasn't intentional, but Knight kind of booted it, and Lentillo there to snag it and throw to first to get the out. 1-0 offering from McIntyre. There's going to be a ball lifted in the air. The left fielder will work to his left. He will make the grab for out number 3. Well, in the inning, there were no runs. There were no hits. There was no errors, and 2 were left on the base path. We're going to go here to the bottom of the 8th inning. Renegades still trailing by a 3-1 score for the A's. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back as you are tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage. Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
We go here to the bottom of the 8th inning. Renegades again go to the bullpen as this will be Connor Head coming in. Head is 6'2", 190-pound sophomore right-handed hurler from Southeastern University. He is a Columbia, Missouri native, so he comes in. So he'll have a couple of tosses, then we'll be set to go. Had a returning Renegades, so was Wilson. We've got a good returning squad here this season of Renegades. So stepping in here, we'll go 9-1-2. This is shortstop Colin Lentillo stepping in. He was hit by a pitch his last time up, struck out before that, and popped out to first in his first at bat. First offering from Head. That one a little high, ball one. Again, we play here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A's leading the Renegades 3-1. Next offering, there's going to be a ball popped up. That will get over Fleek's head and drop into the grass as Lentillo will drop a little bloop single out there in the right center grass. So now we go top the lineup, center fielder Tyler Macon. So Macon will step in here. He's had a walk, a hit into his 6-3 out. He flew out to center field as well. So this is his 5th time here through the plate here in the ball game. First pitch, there's going to be a little hit and run action. That one sliced foul for strike one. Lentillo was headed to second. He'll have to go back to first. So count sits 0-1. Connor Head will look back in. He'll dangle the right arm. So he'll get the sign from Hornschmeyer. 0-1 delivery. That one also sliced foul for strike number 2. So Macon down in the count at 0-2. Just past 9:30 here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gasaway here with you, bringing exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball all season long. We're glad you're tuned in. We do ask, if you haven't done so, to click on that subscribe button. That does good things for us, does good things for you. 0-2 delivery. That one a little inside. That one gets off the glove of Hornschmeyer. And Lentillo is going to take second. So count sits 1-2 as that one caught the home plate umpire, knocked his mask off. So they'll come out, check on him, make sure he's okay, as Hornschmeyer's going to go out and talk to Head. They're going to just check, make sure he's okay. But as I said to you, clicking that subscribe button, that does good things for us. That does good things for you. It's a win-win across the board. Helps ensure we get free Renegades baseball on the air all summer long. You can go back and find those archive games, even back to the first season of Renegades baseball we did, which was 5 seasons ago. Hard to believe it's 5 seasons ago, but it has been that long. As this is year number 5 for us here on the Show Me Sports Network. First thing we started with was Renegades baseball in the summer, so it is year 5. Got big things planned, big things we want to do. So count sits 1 ball, 2 strikes. Head looks back in. 1-2 pitch. That one is going to be inside, just about brushes him on the way by, but they say it did not. So count even at 2-2. You can also click on that thumbs up icon. That lets us know you're enjoying the broadcast here tonight. So Renegades trail the A's by a 3-1 score. So again, runner at second base. There are no outs on the board. 2-2 delivery. That one's going to be cue-balled foul. So count will stay at a 2-ball, 2-strike count. So count even 2-2. Again, runner at second base. A's leading 3-1. 2-2 pitch. Headed home. There's going to be a ball that'll get into left field. Evans scoops it. They'll give the stop sign at third, as that will be runners at the corners at first and third. So Macon has his second hit of the day. He'll be at first base. So now we'll see second baseman Micah Nicholson. So Nicholson has 2 hits in 4 plate appearances. He struck out, also hit into a fielder's choice. So he will step in here. Runners on the corners again, the A's leading by a 3-1 score. First offering. Runner's going to break for second. They'll throw down there. That's it. Will be a stolen base. That pitch was called a strike, so Nicholson will be down in the count at 0-1. So runners at second and third now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. That pitch, that one apparently misses. Count evens at 1-1. The count sits 1 ball, 1 strike. Next delivery. There's going to be a ball that will get down. No, it's a diving grab. No, it did get down. Tried to make the diving grab was O'Neill as the 2 runs come in. It'll be a 2 RBI double. Nicholson delivers a 2 RBI 2-bagger. So that makes it a 5-1 score in favor of the A's. So now this will be first baseman Drake Cobb. I thought that it was going to drop, but O'Neill made a heck of a try and dove after, but couldn't get it in the glove. That first pitch to Cobb in there, strike 1. So still nobody out here in this bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 5-1 lead in favor of the A's. Count sitting at 0-1 again, 5-1 score. That pitch, that one upstairs, count even at 1-1. It's Nicholson. Brought his dancing shoes. He's dancing around there with a lead at second base. They're not holding him on, so might as well. Fleet will take a couple steps that way. Now he'll take a few more. Head looks at second, now delivers home. That pitch a little high and inside. Cobb has to lean out of the way of that. So count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Head looking back in. He'll check second, 2-1 delivery. There's going to be a ball hit high in the air. O'Neill will have a beat on it. He will camp underneath. He'll make the grab. He'll throw to third. So that will be the first out of the inning. Cobb flies out. So now it's to be left fielder Kane Wilson stepping in. He's had a double, 2 singles, stolen a base, and he's stolen 2 bases, and he's walked once. So he steps in here. The runner on second base, 1 out, first pitch, strike 1. So he takes that one in there for strike 1, so count sits no balls, 1 strike. And runner at second base, that is Nicholson. He had the 2 RBI double. There's going to be a ball smoked foul on the third base side. So count sits no balls, 2 strikes. So count sitting 0-2. Head looks at second, delivers home. Head trips and slips and falls. They say that was ball 1 and that Wilson did not go around. We haven't seen any broken bats tonight, but I'll tell you about our friends at Walk-Off Wood Bat Company. Handcrafted in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made of premium grade maple ash and birch Fully customizable to make it yours truly. From the length and the weight to the barrel and the handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. 1-2 delivery. That one a bit high. So now we're even at 2-2 and outside. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company also offers a selection of bat accessories. That includes lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help you find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014. It's 816-261-1014 or visit wildbats.com. Pitch swung on and missed for out number 2. So now this will be third baseman Cooper Knight. So Knight's going to step in here. Again, you can get all the wood bats that you need from Walk-Off Wood Bat Company. Pretty cool. It's a Missouri-based bat company. They do some pretty awesome things. First pitch, there's going to be a bouncing ball. Bobbled at first, but they'll flip to head covering the bag. It will still be out number 3 in the inning. There were 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on the base path. We'll go to the 9th. It is 5-1. We'll take a break and be back. You're tuned in to exclusive broadcast coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend in my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
Well, we go here to the top of the 9th inning. Renegades have their work cut out for them. They've got 3 outs to score 4 runs to take it to the bottom of the 9th and possibly extra. Anything less than that, ball game comes to an end. So it'll be 6, 7, and 8. This is Jack Dunn, the shortstop, stepping in. As Dunn steps in here. And the A's leading by a 5-1 score. First offering to from McIntyre. That one way outside, ball 1. So count will sit, 1 ball, no strikes. McIntyre pitching in his 3rd inning here. 1-0 delivery. That would have been high and outside, ball 2, so count sits 2-0. We're going to have a conversation out here as time called. Ball game about 2 hours and 45 minutes old. As we'll have another busy week this week. The Renegades on the road here. Game 1 of 3 in Iowa. Tomorrow, right back here in Clarinda to take on the A's. That'll be a 7 o'clock first pitch time, pregame about 6:45. Then Wednesday, they'll be on the road at Carroll taking on the Merchants. That's a 6:30 first pitch, so pregame at 6:15. Thursday, non-league game against the Nemo Naturals. That's a 7 o'clock first pitch, pregame at 6:45. Day off Friday. Saturday will be Nevada Griffins coming to town, as it's a 6 o'clock first pitch, 5:45 pregame on Saturday. That one in there for strike 1. Then Sunday off and to Sedalia on Monday the 7th. So count sits 2-1. Next pitch headed home. There's going to be a ball hit into right field, and that's foul. That would have been extra bases had that been a couple feet to the left on the other side of the chalk line. So count sits 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter here in the inning. McIntyre looking back home. 2-2 pitch. There's going to be another one sliced foul. That one out of play. So now we're still even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one ends up way out there by the cornfield. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for out number 1. So now it'll be left fielder A.J. Evans stepping in. As Evans will step in with 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Again, the A's leading by a 5-1 score. First pitch from McIntyre headed home. There's going to be a bouncing ball foul on the first base side. So we'll go 0-1. Count City, no balls, 1 strike. Again, not much to update on the Mink League scoreboard because we're the only game happening tonight in Mink League play for any of the Mink teams. There's going to be a ball lifted to left field. Left fielder coming over. He'll make the grab for out number 2. So far, 2 up, 2 down. Renegades are down to their last out here. This is first baseman Will Bachman stepping in. So Bachman will step in, like I said. Only Mink League action for any of the Mink League teams here today is our game here. The A's and the Renegades. A's leading 5-1. First offering. Swinging and a miss for strike 1. So count sits, no balls, 1 strike. Bachman digs back in. McIntyre will kick, deliver home. There's going to be a bouncing ball foul on the third base side. Renegades down to their last strike here. So they trail again by a 5-1 score. So count sits 0-2. McIntyre's next pitch. That one a little low and outside. So now we sit at a 1 ball, 2 strike count. So count sits 1-2. Next pitch. That one a little outside. They say Bachman laid off that, so count goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So count sitting at 2-2. Next offering from McIntyre. There's going to be a hard hit ball off the third baseman's glove, and that will get into left field as Bachman will be at first base with 2 outs on the board. Bachman has had 2 back-to-back hits now in his last 2 at-bats as he sends a hard hit ball at the third baseman. All he could do to try to slow it down as that was a rocketed ball at third. Now this is second baseman Connor Fleek stepping in. So Fleek will step in with 1 on and 2 outs here in this top of the 9th inning. So Fleek steps in. First pitch. That one a bit high, ball 1, so count sits 1-0. 1-0 delivery. That one misses ball 2, so count goes 2-0. Count sits 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch. That one in there, strike 1. So now count sets 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, McIntyre's pitched 2 2/3 innings. Struck out 3. He's walked 2. 2-1 offering, that one way outside. Now it's 3-1. McIntyre again looking back in. 3-1 delivery. There's going to be a pitch swung on and missed. Now we're full. Renegades down to their last strike here. So count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And 2 outs in the inning with a runner at first. So top of the 9th, Renegades trail 5-1. Payoff pitch headed home. That one ball 4. So Fleeg is walked here. So now it'll be runners at first and second. Now designated hitter and Maddox Meyer stepping in. Tying run for the Renegades will be in the on-deck circle. So Meyer steps in here again. O'Neill represents the tying run. He is in the on-deck circle. First pitch, that would have been inside to Meyer for ball 1. The count sits 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 pitch, headed home. That one's going to be sliced foul. Now we're even at 1-1. So count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, that one's going to be sliced foul as well. So count goes 1-2 again, Renegades. Down to their last strike here. Again, they trail by a 5-1 score here in the top of the 9th. Tying run is in the on-deck circle with O'Neill. One-two offering from McIntyre. Headed home. That one a little high. So now we're even at 2-2. Count sits 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is the ball game. As in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on the base path. The A's get the victory by a final of 5-1. As the A's move their record to 13-6 overall, the Renegades drop their record to 10-13. As that'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. We'll be back on the air tomorrow, same time, same channel. It'll be pregame about 6:45 with first pitch coming at 7 o'clock here as the A's hosting the Renegades again for the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Blake Gazaway. Till we talk to you tomorrow night, pregame 6:45, first pitch at 7. So long and have a great rest of your evening.
Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The proceeding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive.